Hey everybody, Corey here, coming at you with another video. Now, many of you know that I am not necessarily the biggest fan of unboxings. If I was, I would have done an unboxing for this amazing We Knife Co. scamp. However, what I'm going to be using this scamp for today is this package right here. And this package right here is something that I have been waiting for, for a very long time. Now, I haven't been waiting that long in the sense that when I ordered it, it took a long time to get here. No, on the contrary. This actually shipped like 3 days after I ordered it, which is very impressive when you consider the fact that it is from Benchmade's custom shop. Yes. So from day one, when I started doing my research on knives, I'm talking when I was a wee knife lad. I'm so excited. When I was a wee knife lad, you know, I of course you always end up hearing about Benchmade and Spyderco before you hear about anything else because, you know, they've got more fanboys than anybody else. Here is a custom mini crooked river. My custom mini crooked river. From the day that I saw this knife, even the production version, I thought it was an extremely attractive knife. I was very, very, very interested. And you know, when I first started collecting, I didn't know if I could justify the price, which is, you know, about $200 for the production version. And then when I built one out, the one that I would want, and saw that it was $300, I was like, yeah, I don't know about that. But you know what? Sometimes you just do things in life. Oh my God. I can't remember the last time I was this excited. So, in true, I'll show you, this is on there. I don't know if you care. Just something talking about the axis lock. In true Corey fashion, here we are. Black and gold, baby. That's what we do. Let's see if we can actually make this useful here. Oh my goodness. All black with just a touch of gold. You know, if they offered a brass backspacer, I might have tried that. But that is not something that I was aware of being available. And as we can see here, we got 20 CV. Hopefully that's not backwards on the video. Let's open her up. Let's see if the axis lock isn't gritty straight out of the box. Not gonna happen. That's pretty tight. I love it. I frickin' love it. I absolutely love it. And of course, my initials on the blade, because why not? All right, I'm gonna make this a first impressions video, not just an unboxing video. So for the record, I've handled one of these before, not a custom, but I've handled a mini crooked river before. That's what I wanted to do to make sure that I was going to like the ergos, because, you know, as cool as a custom knife might look, what's the point if you don't actually like it enough to carry it? Gosh, this thing barely even shows up on camera because it's just a stealth bomber. First impressions. Let's see if it'll at least close. This is unlocked. You see that? It's pretty stiff. Well, I'll tell you what. While we're here, just for giggles, let's make sure there's no blade play. Why would there be? There's no blade play. The pivot feels very stiff. So, conveniently, I've been working on knives. So I have my kit right next to me. So let's loosen it. I don't necessarily think there's a problem with the fact that I have to do something to it straight out of the bag. You know, I think Benchmade is being safe rather than sorry in over-tightening a pivot. Because, I mean, there's not really much that can go wrong by over-tightening it. I mean, I guess the lock doesn't really work the way I would want it to, but let's just see. Guessing this is T8. Yes, it is. Let's back it off just a hair. Still no blade play, but still doesn't really move a whole lot. So let's do something. Let's loosen it until we get blade play. Still no blade play. That was actually a pretty hefty turn, too. Wow. Still no blade play, and I'm turning. It's getting looser, but it's deep in there. It's not free spinning. Still no blade play. I have never had a knife with this much capacity for a pivot to be loosened and not have blade play. Still no blade play, and the pivot's actually like coming out. Maybe it's just a matter of tolerances being very tight. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, you can see I'm actually at the point now. The pivot is like, wow. This is kind of impressive to a certain extent, I think. So the pivot is literally so far backed out that, I mean, it's like out of the slot. And there's still no blade play. Now, that being said, I still can't close this knife with the lock disengaged. I'm going to spend some time definitely fidgeting, definitely breaking it in. I don't know what I can really do because the pivot's basically falling out and there's still no blade play and it's still pretty tight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just fidget with it, maybe lube it. I really don't want to take it apart because axis locks are a pain to take apart. Let's try one more thing while we're here. Okay. Let's loosen some of the body screws because I have a feeling that those are also quite tight. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get them to the point where they're not, you know, totally torqued down. And we'll see if this helps. That's another thing. It's the only reason I can really think that... Oh! That's progress. The fact that I could shake it out at all is progress. So the body screws are a little bit looser. Let's loosen the pivot one more time. Centering is still there, so... Okay. So I think it's just a combination of the body screws and the pivot screw. This is interesting. First impressions. It's solid. I really want it to be a knife that I can fidget with. So I'm hoping that the axis lock breaks in. Granted, this is straight out of the box. For those of you who, for whatever reason, just by staring at this one video, would want to make the same exact knife. It's 20 CV, everything, all black everything, black backspacer, black everything except for the pivot collar on both sides, which you can see right here. I got the Benchmade deep carry clip. I got the black G10, and I think that's all that there really is to say about this. And of course, my initials on there. The knife, I love the ergos on this knife. I absolutely love the ergos on this knife. And there's a reason that this is the one that I decided on for my very first custom knife. From a quality control perspective, I can't say that I'm unimpressed. The bevel is pretty much even on both sides. There's no accidental recurve from a bad sharpening job. Does it treetop hairs out of the box? I would be surprised, but let's see. It's not tree topping. Does it shave out of the box? Okay, so it definitely shaves out of the box, but I can't seem to get it. Oh, it did tree top. So maybe some parts of the blade are just a little bit more dull than others, but it shaves. There's no blade play. The centering, well, I tweaked it a little bit. Let's get that pivot back. Yeah, when I tighten it, the centering is perfect. Maybe a little off. It's definitely close enough. I don't know if close enough is what you want for a custom knife, but God, I mean, the options that they give you, this thing is sexy, dude. I really don't know what else to say. I'll let you guys know how this goes. Let you know what my opinions are as I continue to use the knife, to get used to the knife, to break it in. Really excited about this one. This was meant to be my one knife. If I could have one knife, this was meant to be it. So we'll see how this goes. Thank you guys for tuning in. Stay close by for some more reviews coming up. See ya.